I'm going to show you how to make a classic gingerbread, perfect for either making gingerbread houses or for gingerbread men, but for today's purposes I'm going to use it to decorate my winter wonderland cake, which you can see by clicking on this video. For the recipe, all we need is some plain flour, some mixed spice, ginger and baking soda, a little bit of water, some brown sugar, black treacle and golden syrup, and then some stork. So the first thing we need to do is add our sugar, treacle and golden syrup to our bowl. And there's not a huge amount of this, so make sure you get all of it into the pan. So you get a teaspoon of water, then we're going to put that on the hob and cook it until everything's melted and the sugar's fully dissolved. While that's heating up, we can add our other ingredients. So take our spices and our baking soda, add that to our flour and just whisk that together so it's nicely distributed. And then we're going to weigh out our stork. Once our sugar and all our mix has dissolved, take that off the heat, we're going to add our stork, then mix that until it's fully combined and the stork is melted. And the heat from the pan will melt that for you. Now the stork is fully combined, we can add our flour and spices. So just add that to our pan, and then just mix that together until you've got a uniform dough. So when that's uniform and all mixed in, we're going to add that to our bowl, and then just cover that with cling film, press that onto the surface of the dough, and pop that in the fridge for half an hour. When our gingerbread dough has had a chance to chill and it's firmed up slightly, we can roll it out. And I find it's easy to do that between parchment paper because it cracks a lot less, so you get a nice big piece to work with. So just place it between two sheets and then press down with your hand to start with. And then just roll it out, turning it nice and regularly. And you want to roll that out until it's about 4mm thick. So once our gingerbread has been rolled out, we can cut it out into houses to fit around the outside of the cake. So don't make these too big, because what will happen is as you try to put them around the cake, they're going to be too wide and you won't get a nice rounded shape. So quite thin along the base. Once you've cut them into basic shapes, you just need to cut the top into a different size shape so you can have them as triangles or a rounded top. That way you kind of get different styles of house. So when they're all on the baking tray, we're going to be left with some excess gingerbread. So squish that all back together and then re-roll it, and we can put out some more houses. And when they're all on the trays, we can pop those in the oven for about 12 to 14 minutes until golden, and then we can decorate them. Our gingerbread have come out of the oven and we've let them cool so they're nice and easy to work with. Your icing will melt if you use them warm, so let them cool. And what we have is we've got some royal icing in a piping bag, and we've just got it fitted with a very small tip, almost like with a pen. Draw around the outside of the houses to form the house shape. So you can put windows in and a door. And that does take a little bit of time and patience, but it's not difficult. And it's really well worth it because it makes the finished cake look beautiful and really different from a classic Christmas cake too. So now they're finished, they're ready to decorate our winter wonderland cake, or if you're just having them as gingerbread, they're ready to eat now.